that very few predicted. The pollsters certainly didn't predict it. Even earlier this week, there were suggestions that Jeremy Corbyn was closing the gap with Boris Johnson and that we could be in a position where there could be a hung parliament.
Yeah.
That was clearly well off the mark. And the mainstream media as well in the UK, that London bubble that was there around Brexit, the big questions marks around that. But it was won on Brexit. Speaking to people in England in particular, they were willing to loan their vote to the Conservative Party
to get
Brexit done. And the question mark now for Jeremy Corbyn and for Labour is, do they continue the Corbynism policy, or do they revert back to a Tony Blair type Labour Party?
Garrett, before we get to the next step in terms of Brexit, how do you think Boris managed to do this? I really want to get my head around how he can be on the backbenches 12 months ago and to have managed this landslide victory, as we heard there, close to Margaret Thatcher in terms of majority. How did he do it? Did he connect in a better, more effective way with the voters?
I think he was consistent in his messaging, and to be fair to Theresa May, she lost the country's confidence around Brexit. But he had one clear message: let's get Brexit done, and he hammered that again and again. And when you look at Labour heartland...
It's easy to come out with such a simplistic line, isn't it? But what a complicated process he has ahead of him.
Absolutely, but when you look at the result, it is a English Brexit result. And there's an interesting tweet this morning from Mike Nesbitt, former Ulster television host, but former leader of the Ulster Unionist Party. And he said the irony this morning for unionism is that for decades they were looking over their shoulders in fear of Irish nationalism, when in fact they should have been looking at English nationalism.
Yeah, and let's turn our attention then to